Well, to start with the is ought bit, yeah, but you're in very good company. Most people in science and philosophy, as you know, believe there really is a disjunction between is and ought, and to follow Hume's really cast aside remarks. I mean, he didn't go into it deeply, but at one point he wrote that you can't derive an ought from an is, right? There's no description of the way the world is that can tell you how it ought to be. So, and he was decrying the fact that so many scholars and in general so many theologians in his time would move smoothly from is to ought without acknowledging that they had committed a logical error. But I do think there's a trick of language lurking at the bottom of this is and ought talk that is misleading, and it's difficult to spot. And I believe I've spotted it, but I the people who don't agree with me don't agree with me. I mean, their intuitions don't pass through, the point where I'm trying to shove them. And it's somewhat analogous to the philosopher Wittgenstein made a point when he was criticizing Freud. He was criticizing Freud's notion of the unconscious. He thought this reification of the unconscious was fallacious. And we can leave that aside. I'm not sure I agree with him there, but the point he was making about the power of language was interesting. He said, imagine if instead of saying, I saw nobody in the room, we said, I saw Mr. Nobody in the room. Imagine a language that forced us to say, I saw Mr. Nobody, right? Just imagine what confusion would be born of that convention of language. That's something he said in his, I think it was in the Blue Book.